Hey everyone, and welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the use of oracle cards. And today we are joining you right after a powerful new moon in Capricorn, where it's finally a time where we can let go of the past. We can let go of the heaviness of last year and really start to create the clarity around our goals and our desires and ultimately how we want to feel. So many people are thinking that they're gonna get this sense of accomplishment or worthiness or fulfillment from the actual end goal. But the truth is that it's the joy that you cultivate along the journey that actually makes all the difference. And so when we're setting our intentions, you know, on Tuesday, it was a very powerful day. And actually I think in the UK, it's still new moon energy. So we still have this potent time to set intentions with heart and soul. And that's actually one of the cards in my oracle deck. So this is a call to really get clear on what it is you want to feel and what you think those goals will bring you as a sense of feeling if you were to achieve it or accomplish it. So I want to take a moment to tune in to everyone who's watching live. How are you doing? What's going on? Say hello if you're here watching, and let me know what your big intention is for this year. You know, I've been asking what's your word for 2021, and this time really is a time to get clear. You know, clarity is a source of confidence, it's a source of power, it's a source of manifestation. When we have a clear, definite purpose and decision, that's when we can start to attract to us the opportunities that we need, as well as then start committing to the action that it takes to be able to fulfill what it is that we want to change. Ultimately, we're changing something when we have a goal, right? Hello Tony, it's good to see you. Everyone say hi. Where are you watching from? Is this your first Woo Woo Wednesday? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you guys feeling right now? 10 being like, I am amazing, nothing can shake me, and 1 is like, oh my God, I can't even get on social media right now because it's too heavy. I don't think any of you are at a 1 because you're here tuning in live, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling right now? Take a moment to just breathe into your heart space, to ground your energy, to get clear on how you want to feel and what you want to experience. So today I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Shine from the Inside Oracle with a message of self-love and self-care and how we can put ourselves as a priority. How can we make ourselves a priority this year, even if we feel guilty? Whoa, cards are already flying. Even if we feel uncomfortable. Oh, I hate when I always see it. Okay. All right, I know the first message for today, but we'll get 2 more. Hello from Denmark. Oh my gosh, hello, hello. Hi from Scotland. I feel about a 6, okay. An 8, good, good, good. It's so important that we tune in just to see where are we at, because if we want to feel better, we have to start with the awareness that maybe we aren't feeling fully vibrant or supported or comforted, whatever energy it is that we need. I'm at a 4. Is Mercury in retrograde. Goal this year is to get a job I love. Mercury goes retrograde at the end of the month, so get prepared. I'm feeling at a 6. Hello from Canada. Another 6. Okay, you know, in the Elevated Life, my membership club with my husband, we live life by the 7 or above rule. And if it's not a 7 or above, it's a hell no in our book. So if we're not feeling a 7 or above, the question is to you, what can you do to bring your energy level up just 1 notch? I'm not asking you to go from a 4 to a 10. What would it take for you to go 1 level higher, to feel a little bit better, to feel more in alignment, to release and reduce some of the stress that you're carrying? And a lot of it might have to do with the perspective that we are approaching each experience with. Hello from Ohio. Oh my gosh, 3rd card just came up. Whew, these cards are talkative today. All right, let me catch up with all your comments. I'm feeling like a 7. Okay, I see. All right, well, let's tune in. If you guys are ready for this message, and if you know a soul sister who would love it, please tag them below, share the video, let them know we're about to get this party started. Let's dive in. First card is get creative and excite your imagination with wonder. It's kind of bright in here today, guys. Finally, the sun's out in Texas. I can't, get creative and excite your imagination with wonder. Now, this is how we use our imagination to manifest what we do want. You know, worry is living in the future and planning to fail. It's projecting out into the future and what's not here in reality, what we don't want. And what we focus on tends to be realized. So this is a card of saying, hey, use your creative imagination in a positive way. Use it in a way that actually attracts to you the things that you do want instead of what you don't want. Because the truth is, you're gonna get it either way. What's his face? Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And that's exactly what a misuse of manifestation energy is worrying and getting what we don't want, but we're focusing on it. So we prove to ourselves, right, like, well, we are powerful, but I didn't actually want that. And a lot of the times we feel defeated when we manifest the things we don't want, because we're like, see, I knew this was gonna happen, and you're right, you did, but you are also focusing on what you didn't want. So this is saying, this is a year to really tap into your creativity, to really get excited about what you're doing, to pour passion and energy into the work that you're doing. You know, you said you want a new job, one that you love. Well, that is beautiful that you're coming to the realization that you have the choice to choose a job that you love, to choose a career or a path that is in alignment with your natural talents and skills. I always say, dedication and consistency to the career path that we chose only can happen when we absolutely love and are obsessed with that modality. So if you love crunching numbers, but you go to try to be a freaking artist and paint, that is not gonna work. It's like parents trying to shove us into the doctor box or the lawyer box or the architect box or the engineer. Like, that's not who we're all meant to be. So it's important for you to figure out, what are my natural talents and skills? What do I enjoy doing every day and could do for hours and hours on end? And take time to really think, take time to reflect, take time to get clear. Remember, clarity is power. It is like a magic stick of manifestation. When you know what you want and you believe fully that nothing can get in your way, oh, you become unstoppable. And this magnetic force that attracts the right things to you in exactly the right time. And you're doing that now, but you just might be attracting to you the lessons that need to be learned in order to stop creating what you don't want. Okay, let's move on. Anyone feel called to completely shift gears, to do something totally different, to use their creativity in a new way? This is a reminder that it is time for you. The next one is practice Feng Shui and create a sacred space. This is so important for our root chakra, our foundation, that sense of support and community. When our house is cluttered and our workspace is cluttered, it's typically a reflection of a cluttered mind, and we're thinking too much, we're scattered, we can't focus on anything. So the first way to reclaim the mental energy of feeling scatterbrained is to actually create a sense of order and create structure to the space that you're spending your time in, especially if you're not spending time in self-care. It's so important to create a little nugget, a little sanctuary in your house, whether it's in the corner, whether it's your whole damn bedroom, the whole house, whatever it may be. It's important for you to have a go-to safe space for you to connect with your soul. So if you love to get into meditation or yoga, but you have kids and toys all over the living room and it stresses you out and you can't focus while you're doing it, then maybe you consider moving your yoga mat to the bedroom corner or in a closet or like whatever it takes for you to create a sacred and safe space where there's no kids, no distractions, no clutter. I always like to start one drawer at a time so that I don't feel overwhelmed. So whether it's decluttering, detoxing your physical environment, this is a call for you to create a sacred space and to kind of get more in alignment with the vibes of the environment that you are spending time in. You know, if you think about gardening, if you plant a seed in a pot, it only grows to this, same with the fish, it only grows to the size of the pot. And the truth is, as unlimited, powerful spiritual beings, we put ourselves in a container with the barrier of thought and belief that we aren't good enough. We put our own limitations on our soul's growth. And this is saying it's time to let those walls down and really allow yourself to expand and move into those areas that you've been wanting to explore, but maybe fear has held you back from it. My intention is to love my body unconditionally and to embody all the knowledge I have in my head and mind. Well, yes, some knowledge is found in the head, but wisdom comes from the heart. So it's important to integrate the two and have a balance between, like, logically I know not to fuck with bears, but intuitively I know that this doesn't feel right for me and it's time to move forward. I have felt so called to declutter. I went through my clothes, my books, and even tarot decks. Oh my goodness, you know that's in declutter mode. If you guys need help decluttering and detoxing your space, I actually have a free guidebook that I created a while back. If you want to download that, you can go to Detox and declutter. Ooh, detox. I think it's just detox. If that doesn't work, shoot me a DM and I'll send you the link. It's been a while since I created it, but it's so helpful not only to declutter the physical, but also the energetic and emotional. So it's important to clear out some space. Anyone feel called to make some changes? I just went through my closet and got rid of a bunch of old clothes that just aren't in alignment with who I want to be and express myself into the world. I feel like we're all kind of going through that right now. That's my living room. No joke. 5 people in one small space working on getting our house. Okay, yeah. I totally understand. It's hard to stay focused when there's so many distractions, and that's why we ultimately practice meditation, so that we can continue to find our calm and our center despite all the chaos and crazy that's going on. I'd like the link, please. Yeah, I think it's brittanycarmichael.com/detox. If that doesn't work, like I said, I will post the link, or you can DM me and I'll send it to you. Okay, next card. Boy, this is exactly what we were talking about. We are only limited by the thoughts that we think, and this card says keep your thoughts positive. This is a time to assess where is the negative story, where are the negative stories that I'm telling myself? Where are the stories of can't or won't, it's not possible? Any kind of lack or limitation that is framing your perspective has to go. We have to reframe anything negative into positive. So what does that look like? For example, my negative story for so long was I'm fat, I'm fat, I'm fat. You guys know my story if you've followed me for any amount of time. I had to reframe that story to the opposite, and that was I'm beautiful. And it took time. I mean, it takes 21 days to make a habit, so it doesn't self-love does not happen overnight. So for me to keep my thoughts positive, I had to identify anytime there was a negative phrase that came up. You're not good enough, you're ugly, you're fat, you're stupid, your teeth, blah, blah, blah. Like, what is that negative story that you are constantly repeating in your own mind to yourself? This is where we need to start plucking out the root cause of why we don't take the actions that we know are in alignment with what is good for our soul, aka commit to your self-care, work out, eat clean food. This is so important for us to identify where the negative story is, find the limiting label, the barrier, and give yourself permission to break through it and say, you know what, just like we've thrown out our old clothes that don't fit us and don't align with who we are, we need to do that with our beliefs and our thoughts. And if there's any thoughts running through your mind that are not supportive and are not cheering you on, then you know that's your ego talking and trying to protect you, but doing it in a messed up kind of way. The voice inside your head is actually meant to be gentle and loving, supportive. It's meant to cheer you on, but you may have programmed her in a way that is not supportive. And now it's time to take responsibility and reclaim your power and say, you know what, I am amazing, I am lovable, and I am worthy of living a beautiful and amazing life, and I have to stop self-sabotaging. I have to stop beating myself up. You know, I just finished a tarot reading, and I actually have to hop on one in 5 minutes, but the message was stop beating yourself up. You're making it twice as hard on yourself. Life is already hard enough, so don't continue to egg that on. Be your own cheerleader, be your own bestie. That's exactly what the Shine from the Inside Oracle deck is all about, is to remind you to love yourself, to remind you to put yourself first, to take care of yourself, to believe that your dreams are worthy of being manifested and that it shouldn't be hard. If your life is hard right now, it's because you are forcing and not flowing. It's so important for you to take a step back and say, you know what? I have scattered my energy everywhere. I'm hustling. I'm trying to control things. I'm holding on to the reins really tight. We have to relinquish that control and have the faith in ourselves and the trust in the universe. Like, hey, we're a good team, and I know that I'm here to do some cool shit, and I know you got my back and want the highest good for me and all involved. So if I maybe just let go of the grip of trying to make it all happen in the way that I think I should, because if we're limited by barriers and thoughts in our mind, then we are not being able to step into that unlimited abundance or into those new areas of creative imagination that will guide you to that next step, because we're stuck in limited lack thinking. So this week, it is important to take time to get quiet, to get creative, to excite your imagination again. Our imagination is not for children. It is our powerful manifesting tool that makes all the difference in what we experience in our external reality. It's what we focus on internally that ends up being reflected and represented in the physical world. The next one is clear the clutter. Mental clutter, physical clutter, emotional clutter. It is time to create some sacred space. Bring in some plants, some crystals, you know, light some candles, ring some bells, do whatever you gotta do, clean off the dust, ask for a housekeeper, get some help around the house. I mean, my goodness, y'all, we cannot do this all on our own. And then the last message for this week is keep your thoughts positive. Focus on the good, focus on what feels right for you. Say yes to your soul, trust that you know exactly what is meant for you along this path, and don't look outside of yourself for people's approval or permission. This is so important in 2021 for us to take care of ourselves, to believe that we are worthy of receiving a beautiful life and abundance and really doing the work that we love. You are meant to do what you love, and the only reason why you don't know that is because culture has programmed us to be 9-to-5 robots, to work for them, to make them more money. So now's the time for a lot of creative, free-spirited creative free spirits to become entrepreneurs. And this is exactly the path that I have chosen to go down, despite all my parents' effort in trying to get me to go to college. That path is not for everyone. And so now is the time to really look at life and say, what can I do different? What feels right for me? What brings me joy? And then follow that. I really hope to see all of you really step into your power. Let go of the doubt. Say goodbye to fear. Fear has got to stop running the show. And if we keep tuning in to external sources that aren't of support, of love and light, of this positive message of bringing you and supporting you to move forward and to grow, then it's gonna be really defeating. It's gonna cause depression and anxiety and more stress than you even need in your life. So unplug from the drama, reconnect with yourself, decide what it is that you want to feel, and then start taking action that aligns with that feeling. You are amazing. Thank you for sharing. Absolutely. This has been so much fun. Let me just catch up with everyone's comments. I literally told myself this today. Oh my gosh, Madison, that's crazy. We are going through Bradley's whole house, taking the house back from the stuff, bitches. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh my God, I've been watching and practicing Marie Kondo theory of decluttering just last week. Oh, see, you guys are on point. You know exactly what to do. This is perfect. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Where did you get your shirt, by the way? Guys, this came from Target. Can you believe that? When I saw it, I was like, that's mine. So thank you for that. All right. As I mentioned, I have another tarot reading for a client that I've got to get to. So I'm going to hop off of here and sending you so much love and sparkle magic. If you know a soul sister who needs this message, please tag them, share the video, do whatever you got to do to spread the good vibes. And I will see you guys next Wednesday for Woo Woo Wednesday. All right, peace.